You're listening to Tavern Sports Radio Network.
Show me the money! Show me the money!
Show me the money! Welcome back to the Show Me the Money podcast. I know that was a big entrance because I'm feeling a hell of a lot better than last week. So let's get right into it. Season 1 is officially finished. Congratulations, boys. We have made it through 18 episodes. 17, I believe. I got to go back and look at it quick. This is episode 18 currently. So we've made it through 17 weeks of grueling pain sometimes, but there was a huge upside. Locks of the week. The standings are officially over. In the lead, yours truly, at 13-4 for lock of the week, was myself. So very good odds if you were betting whatever I bet for lock of the week. Let's see what else we got. We got Josh. You were actually up there at 11-6 after that rough start. You getting up there was something that I think that we were all. Oh, sorry, you are actually even. I typed that in wrong. You are 12-5.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
12-5 because I accidentally switched you and Ty around.
Yeah.
For last week's picks.
Built different. Doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish.
It was Iowa. You had Iowa and Tennessee under 35.5. Tennessee scored 35 points exactly, and shocker, Iowa scored 0. Congratulations to every Iowa fan. The Brian Ferentz era is over. It's no longer.
Thank God.
Yeah, no longer around. I think we can all be extremely grateful that we no longer have to deal with that shit.
Did you guys see that we brought in the backup Oregon quarterback for a visit? He was recruited by Iowa out of high school, and him coming to Iowa even on a visit signifies to me that we have an offensive coordinator picked. We might not have one hired yet, but we have one picked.
I seen something. I don't know who the guy is. He played football at Wisconsin, and under his Wikipedia page, it had him listed as Iowa's offensive coordinator. Which, of course, it's Wikipedia. So, but that I seen that.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to come to light, and of course, it's going to wait till the season closes, I'm sure. But if we're bringing recruits in on visits, I'm sure we have somebody in mind because I don't think too many guys are keen on visiting without knowing who's going to be there. So, yeah, that's just a little tidbit for you.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. So again, Josh, congrats on that last little win there. You went 12-5 on the season after a rough start. Coming in third was Cole at 11-6. Let's see. Parker, you came in fourth, 10-5-1. That push kind of helped you stay over Clark. And
wait, who's in last? Who's in last?
Last place is, well, let's see.
Is that my baby Bredger?
Clark got fifth at 9-7-1. And Ty, you had a rough end of the season. Finished at 9-8. I think part of it was just getting greedy at picks and not so much like picking a lock that week.
You swing big, but I made the listeners and myself a lot more money on my teasers every week. So
that's fair.
You find that record for me and put that out next week. Okay.
That's fair.
I think it's still technically a bad record. It's just good odds.
Started off hot, finished pretty cold, but you'll have that. Can't win every week.
Yeah, I mean,
but everybody on the show being above 500 is pretty good.
Well, you still your locks technically made money at 52.9%.
Correct.
52.6 breaks even.
And one of the things that is really impressive is as a team, we went 64, 35, and 2. So, I mean, to have a winning percentage of over 60% on our locks, I mean, far over 60% is really nice. So,
Pat on the back. Pat on the
yeah.
back, boys.
props to all you
Pretty
guys.
profitable.
Yep. So definitely start betting those locks if you haven't yet. You're missing out on some money. Going into some college football, obviously there is one more college football game, but we do have one final goodbye for our Iowa guy, Cooper DeJean, heading to the NFL draft. He announced just a couple hours ago. We're gonna miss him. He was a huge piece to our defense and unfortunately missed the last part of the year. As many guys as Iowa is keeping, he's one of the ones that we got to see walk away and go into that NFL draft.
White
He's a
cornerback
beast.
in the league, haven't had one for a while. That'll be pretty cool that he's from Iowa.
I agree.
Congrats
He'll be a
to
new-
Coop, man. Heck of a
Yeah.
career at Iowa. Go get him, kid.
Gonna be an Iowa legend. Who was one
Retire
of
it now. Retire number 3 right now.
who was one of the last cornerbacks in general that got drafted from Iowa? Was it was
Moss.
Josh Jackson a
I thought it was Riley Moss.
Riley Moss.
Oh,
yeah,
Riley
Riley
Moss.
Moss,
year.
just like
Riley
a couple
Moss.
years ago. Last
Okay.
year.
We've had cornerbacks go in the draft the last.
They don't go high. Like
4 or 5
Riley
years.
was the highest for a while, but
okay?
I would
Let's-
he'll probably be the highest Iowa cornerback, at least in our lifetime, maybe ever.
Is he?
I don't know.
He's projected first round. Does anybody know where in the first round?
Late.
Probably late.
Middle to late. Yeah, it's
Late.
kind of hard.
Okay.
Because the second guy in Alabama, not Kool-Aid, but the other side, he really came on strong this year, being targeted a lot and playing some lockdown defense.
Okay.
That's a freshman. That,
no, it's a different
That
guy.
number 2. that
No,
was
it's a
making all
different
those
guy.
plays?
I don't know his name. I don't know his number, but I know it's a different guy. I've seen his name come up in draft talks. But he's really elevated up there. And then there's one other kid from somewhere that I've seen his name get thrown around a lot, but I don't have the names handy. I don't have
TJ Tampa.
possibly. Yeah, I'm not really sure, man.
Well, let's head into the final college football game of the year. God, it sounds so sad to say that. Washington, our Huskies, take on Michigan. Michigan, a 4.5-point favorite. Did anybody see what the over-under was? I had missed that.
55.5 last time I checked.
Oh, wow.
56.5 now.
There you go.
So
I think that's high, but I also think that's because of Washington being insane on offense, honestly.
I agree. I think if Michigan pulls away pretty early, which I think they can do, this game is going to stay under. Michigan's defense is very good, and as good as Washington's offense is, I don't think that they have seen a defense like this before.
It's gonna be hard, man. Washington's played top tier defenses, right? They've played Oregon twice. They played Utah. There were really good defenses out west this year. It seems that when they play these top defenses, they are a 35-point per game team. That's kind of what I'm seeing. The first time they played Oregon, it was 36. Utah, it was the true 35. Second time they played Oregon was a 34. So you play the average, that's 35. Texas has a decent defense, and they put up 37 against Texas. So I would say Washington's good for 33 to 35. Now, can their defense hold Michigan to 28 to 30? Is the real question.
I would agree with you there, Josh. I know their defense has, like you said, they've played some really good defenses. Well, they've played some really good offenses too. They played Oregon twice, and they stopped them to a hold. All it's going to take is going to be that turnover margin. Who's going to win the points on the turnover in this game? You got 2 high-powered offenses and one really good defense and a pretty decent defense. I think Michigan.
Washington's very opportunistic on defense.
Yes.
Their numbers aren't
Yeah.
impressive, but their pass rush has come on in the last 3 to 5 games. And when their pass rush gets home, their cornerbacks take the opportunity and they will jump every fucking route. It's amazing to watch.
I think if Washington can keep a clean pocket for Penix, I think they take this game pretty easily. I mean, I wouldn't say easily, but I think they win this game if they can keep Penix clean in the pocket.
This game's going to be interesting. Dylan Johnson, Washington's running back, he was hurt. X-rays came back negative. He will be playing. I think that's going to be more of a loss in the run game. However, they weren't really able to run the ball inside on Texas, and they're definitely not going to be able to run the ball inside against Michigan. I think that's going to be kind of the same story there. However, Michigan's secondary, much like Texas's, is probably their weak spot. And with Rome Odunze and Michael Penix Jr., like, you give them a weak secondary, they're going to find soft spots and they're going to attack it. And there's another chance that Penix throws for 300 plus again. He did 400 against Texas. I
think he's going to have to go for 400 minimum.
He said
I want
it
to see
in
him
an
break the
interview.
record.
Said it
I want to
in
see
an
him break the
interview.
record.
Yeah, I think he will. He's got some passion to play for this game. He's not done yet. Said it after the Texas game. There's still more work to be done. He's looking to throw. If he could throw 500 plus yards in this game, I think he's trying to. You know what I mean?
Little fun fact: he's 1-0 against Michigan, and his one win is when he was at Indiana. So if he could beat Michigan at Indiana, think about what he can do at Washington. I mean, we've been on Washington all year. I was on him again against Texas. I had a ticket for a money line. You keep giving them to us as dogs, and I think it just keeps feeding their mentality. I'm surprised to see this line opened at 4.5 and is staying at 4.5. Honestly, feel like this game should be a 2.5 to a 3.5 at most, but I'm not going to complain about the extra points. So I will take Washington plus the 4.5, but I have a money line ticket as well.
Kind of seems like the books are hoping for overtime, or they think it's going to be an overtime game based off the spread and the points there.
This could be a hot game to live bet if you're in a place that you can live bet, and honestly play off Washington's first drive or two. If they look good, hammer Washington. If they don't, maybe shy away and go the other way. Because if they come out slow, I think Michigan can punch them in the mouth. It's really going to depend on Michigan's game plan. Because over the last 5 games, do you guys know how many yards McCarthy's averaging? In the last,
not a lot.
143 through the air, 6.6 per attempt, and he's 4 touchdowns to 1 interceptions in the last 5. Now, again, in the last 5, they have Penn State, Ohio State, and Iowa, and Alabama. Those are 4 of the last 5. So it's like they probably had run heavy game plans in those games, but still.
I just, off what you said, you think Michigan could punch them in the mouth. I don't think that's possible. Michigan doesn't have the punch you in the mouth mentality. They're a slow, grind it out, feed Blake Corum, throw it to a tight end or a wideout when it's there, when it's available, when you need the yards. But I think this is very much going to be a slow, grind them down, time of possession game. Whereas you see Washington's off of the, hey, we're trying to score in 3 minutes. We're trying to light your ass up. Michigan's completely different. They won against Alabama with less time of possession, but it's because they eat the clock and hand it off. But when Washington's ahead, much like they did in the third quarter against Texas, Washington's great at using the short pass game as an extension of their rush game, and they're able to grind clock. They had a 5.5-minute drive to end the third quarter, and they were still not in the red zone going into the fourth quarter. Washington can eat the clock too. I think this could come into a time of possession game towards the end of it. At the beginning, I could see it being a back and forth slugfest, but I definitely I don't think Michigan has that punch you in the face type offense. I think it's a slow bleed over and over, which wears defenses out and ruins their mentality.
So what's our
Yeah, I
pick
mean
here?
the only issue with that is Washington's like a middle of the pack run defense, and they average 133.8 yards given up on the ground. Like Blake can come out himself and punch him in the mouth. I feel. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I mean, I think everyone knows I'm on Washington here. I'm just saying it's possible. And if you watch the first two or three drives of this game and Washington looks flat and you can live bet Michigan, you might want to.
I just think one big deep ball from Penix and the offense sparks right up again. I think even if they go all first quarter, don't score any points, they could light up the field just like that. I feel like they can put it in gear whenever they have to.
They have an offense to come back from down 7 or 14. If that is the worst case, they get down 14, but that means Penix just has to throw the ball more, which is a good thing.
Yeah, see, I don't want to say Michigan can't come from behind because they did against Bama, but Washington is more like able to come from behind, play from behind.
Oh,
their
for
offense allows it. Whereas if Michigan does come out flat or can't get the ball moving, like they're not. I mean, yes, obviously they've done it. They did it last week, but they're not built for that. It's going to take some special magic out of JJ McCarthy, which I don't think we saw until the last drive of the semifinal game, where he came out and proved like, hey, I am that guy. I don't have to be with this team. We have different ways, but I still am that guy. But I just feel like if Washington gets up, let's say 2 scores, their offense is good enough to keep building that lead and trading punches, where if Michigan does have a 7-minute possession where they rush it in with Corum, Washington can come back and get a strike of their own. You know, I don't know. I'm just big on Washington, and I will take them at the +4.5.
I'm right there with you.
So we got Ty and Clark both red in Washington. Parker, what do you got?
I'm going the Huskies. I know I'm for the Big Ten and everything. Sorry, Dad. I know you like Michigan, but I'm rocking with the Huskies. They've just looked so good all year. They've been underdogs all year. Everyone's hated on them and not giving them the love. They got the Heisman quarterback that should have been or I should say, they have the true Heisman quarterback that should have been the Heisman this year, and he got snubbed for it. So he's got a message to prove, and I mean, this is only going to help his draft stock. I mean, the way he came out and put on a show and threw for over 300 yards against Texas is just something that rarely happens. And I think Washington has the pieces to the puzzle, and I think they're going to cash in. Go Huskies. Give them to me at 4.5.
Washington hasn't lost as a dog all year. I don't think it starts this week. Give me the dogs.
No.
I read that as well, Josh. I think in their last 5 games that since 2022 that they have been the underdog, they are 5-0.
Well, in 3 of their last
against...
4 this season, in 3 of the last 4 games this season, they've been dogs.
Yeah,
and they've answered the bell every time.
Texas, Oregon State, Oregon
twice.
So, and they've always come out on top. But
according to the website I'm looking at, they were favored against Oregon the first time. I don't know if that's true.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't remember that being
4.5 point dogs.
Yeah.
But before we move on specifically from the Michigan side, can we throw back to last week where I said if it was going to be Alabama's O-line and quarterback play that got them through that game? I personally said I think Alabama's going to win it, and the way they lose it is with poor O-line play and with poor quarterback play. I don't necessarily think Jalen Milroe played bad, more so as he didn't have time to set up and throw the ball. His O-line allowed 5 sacks in the first half. His center couldn't figure it out. And
he's already entered the transfer portal. Did you see that?
I'm not surprised.
The Bama center already entered.
He would never play another snap there again. I'm surprised he kept his job all season. That was a reoccurring problem with him all year long. But I don't know how many sacks they gave up in the second half, but they gave up 5 in the first half. If you want your quarterback to win you a Rose Bowl, you got to keep him on his feet. And that bad snap showed up on the last play of the game in overtime. Have to have a touchdown. It was supposed to be, I think, a rollout pass to give Jalen Milroe the option to throw it or run it. And he had a bad snap and he had to botch everything and go straight up the gut. And they hadn't been able to run right into the teeth of that Michigan defense all day. What I said could fail, failed. The lights got bright and the O-line showed their true colors. Their center showed his true colors. I really don't think Milroe played terrible despite the stat line.
How many
he
sacks
really
did you
didn't have
say
his
they had
best-
in the first half, Tyler?
5.
So they had 2 the rest of the game. They only gave up 7.
So, I mean,
So-
at least they cleaned it up a little bit, but still just
Also,
was- it
Saban
was-
came out and said that the play call was a gut run.
Yeah, well, I was watching the replay of it. There was a lane. If you came in and went left, if you wouldn't have bobbled the snap,
If
That's
it was a
what I'm
good
saying.
snap, it's a
it's
different
a good
play.
snap.
but-
It's a different play completely, but I could see where the lane was. The lane was clearly up and left.
But
It was wide
Saban
open.
said
When you're reaching for a ball down to your right, you can't swing your head that far. You're looking up and you're just going because you're like,
No,
at
he
that
didn't-
point, it's a
no.
panic. And you're
Yeah,
like,
no,
all right,
Sa-
athleticism, kick in, get me to this end zone or whatever I can do.
Saban
like-
said that was like one of their 2-point plays that week, and the snap was from the 3, which is where you would take a 2-point conversion from. So they went to that play sheet, and that's the call that got called. I don't
Yeah.
like it. Personally, watching how that overtime period was called, I feel like Saban might have lost his fastball a little bit here, boys. But
all right. Settle
you
down.
can't
with that.
you can't beat that. Poor play beats the whole game plan. And when you're dropping snaps, I mean, it wasn't the first bad snap. There was other opportunities for them in the red zone that happened and failed from bad snaps. So you got to think about it as a game plan. You're trying to design and run all these plays to set other plays up. When you got what was it? Bad snap, and then there was a penalty before that, wasn't there? Because didn't they have a new set of downs down there, or was
Yeah.
there? Because there was that long break, so now you're like, all right, well, nothing's set up, and now you're just going to run power from a basic motion that we've seen already in that game, and try to do it again, and now a bad snap comes. Who knows
It's
what would
just-
happen? It's just one of those things that you can't really.
well,
Can't
and you
really-
got to talk about it. As a podcast, we have to talk about it because it's what happened.
Yeah.
It's just the thing is like you guys said, that snap didn't give him time to read the defense at all and say, hey, the left side's weak or the right side looks good, you know? He just had to go off instincts and athleticism. But even so, you haven't been able to run at the teeth of the Michigan defense all day. If that is truly Saban's play call and not a, hey, I'm going to cover for my guys kind of thing, that's a poor play call. You haven't been able to have success at that all day long. So I don't know. We can be done beating that dead horse. It's just I wanted to point out that like I was on Bama, but the thing I said would go wrong did go wrong and they lost.
I don't know about running in the teeth, but they definitely had some sort of run game going there towards the end where I thought they should have been running the ball more than they should have put it in the arms of Milroe, because they had a couple nice 10, 15-yard couple runs and towards that last drive on that outside stretch, and I was
But
like,
those
why
runs were with Milroe. That's when Milroe either a designed run or scrambled and ran. Milroe looked really good rushing the ball. It was the inside runs that weren't working. But yes, I agree with you. That second half of the game, when the passing attack wasn't necessarily working out, they were able to rush it really well to the outside. And they should have done that more in overtime. Parker and I watched this game together and have discussed this already.
Well, let's
All
get
right.
on. I mean, that's a lot of time for one college game, boys. Let's get to the NFL. We'll start as always with our Chicago Bears going into Lambeau. The Packers are laying 3, and it's a winning in for the Packers.
I think the Packers win this game. I think Jordan Love has played pretty decent the past few weeks, and I know the Bears played pretty good last week, but I think the Packers take this. They've always owned the Bears, so they're going to continue to do that.
Yeah, I think the concern for me is in Lambeau, when it matters. You know, this game gets them into the playoffs. It's Lambeau is just a different breed at this time of the year. It's not too cold yet. I don't know what the temperature is going to be in a couple of days, but I'm going to guess whatever it is, those Packer guys are going to be adjusted to it, and
It's not going to be. I mean, it's not going to be any different.
Yeah.
The Bears are
About
from
30 degrees.
Chicago. It's
About 30 degrees.
if the Packers were playing the Bucks in Lambeau this week and had to win, I'd give you, an extra few points there. But Chicago boys, I ain't too worried about it.
I think I'm still going to take the Packers to win. I don't know if they cover 3, but I am pretty confident that, like Clark said, I think Green Bay has this one in the bag.
I want to be delusional. Can I do it this week? Can I? Can I be delusional?
You got it.
Yes. I want the Bears. Give me a money line. Give me JF1 and the boys. I want them. They've looked good. I mean, they've started to play some offense that has not just been in the first quarter. They've kind of, they branched out here this past few weeks, and they scored a touchdown in the third quarter. So maybe
you guys know
there's hope that they score in all quarters, and we look like a good football team that everyone thought we were supposed to look like. And that's my prediction.
Bears have like a historically bad plus minus in the third quarter. They were like minus 76 or something like that a few weeks ago. And that was a couple weeks ago. I don't know what it is now. One thing we're not taking into account here is the Bears were sneaky good ATS this year. They're 7-2-1 last 10 ATS. That being said, as a Bears fan, I've been all over up and down with this team, living and dying week by week. And I want to support Justin, and I want to say he's locked the job down, but this may honestly be for his job. If he doesn't win this football game, if he shows that he has not beaten the Packers the last 6 opportunities he's had, it might be time to move on, because the McCaskies actually care about that. Like, the McCaskies really care about this rivalry and winning it, and we never fucking win it.
Well, yeah, that's because we have the McCaskies as owners, and they are fucking terrible. But that's
the
for a different day.
McCaskey curse. But
I mean, we haven't beat the Packers in so long.
5 years.
I don't think we start on Sunday. I mean, it's winning in for them. They have the script. They know what they have to do to beat us. It's in Lambeau. It's going to be rowdy. They have smart fans. They know what this game is about. I mean, we have looked better recently, and I could be pleasantly surprised. I will not be betting this game. However, if I was, my money would definitely go on Green Bay. But I will keep away from this game and just watch as a fan. But I hope, as a Bears fan, we keep the Packers out of the playoffs. That'd be pretty fun. But I wouldn't put my money on it.
Ethan?
I mean, I kind of gave my opinion on it. I like I said, I think the Packers are going to take it. I don't know if I would say I'm confident that they're going to cover, but I think that they're going to find their way into the playoffs, unfortunately.
I think I'd like to say the Bears really get up for this one for a chance to keep them out of the playoffs. I mean, the last time we beat Green Bay was a winning in. It was for both teams, granted. The Bears are not playing for anything this week, but the last time we beat them was to keep them out of the playoffs. I think this time we might be able to do it. LaFleur came out this week and complimented the Bears, saying that they are the most improved team from week 1 to week 18 this season. I think a lot of people would agree with that statement. It's just which Bears are going to show up, because if the defense that crumbles in the fourth quarter shows up, Jordan Love with sneaky 4,000 yards this year will beat our asses.
LOL at the fact that Jordan Love already has more passing yards this season than any Bear has in a single season.
And touchdown passes.
Just saying.
Jordan Love right now would be the franchise leader for the Chicago Bears in passing yards.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild. But I'll be delusional. I'll take the Bears because I love my Bears and I'll never pick the Packers. So
All right, let's go into the next NFL game we have listed. We have the Texans at the Colts, just a 1-point spread in favor of the Texans. This is a tough one for me. Are either one of these playoff teams, or are they just playing?
winning in, you win, you're
Okay.
in. If you lose, you're out. And for both, they can clinch the South with Jacksonville losing or a tie. But if
Interesting.
Jacksonville wins, they're both still playing for one playoff slot.
Okay.
That's why this is Saturday night.
So that makes sense. Oh man, it's in Indianapolis. Give me the Colts +1.
Wow.
Or you might as well give me money line at that point. Give me the Colts money line.
I also
am I
am
the
gonna
only
ride
one?
with the Colts. No, I'm gonna ride. I would say give me the Colts because they're at home. But we were talking playoff implications. This game obviously is winning in. However, this game also has playoff implications somewhere else around the league. This game cannot end in a tie for the Pittsburgh Steelers to get into the playoffs.
If this game ending in a tie fucks up a lot of tiebreakers for a lot of people, but mostly the Steelers.
So, talking about weird playoff scenarios, I think it's been covered well enough. If the Bills win, they're in and they clinch the AFC East, which is surprising after a poor start.
I know where you're going with this, and I love this.
What sucks is the Steelers have to lose this week to get into the playoffs, which is pretty fucking weird. You don't really run into that situation, but for that to happen, this game can't end in a tie. The Steelers have to lose, the Jaguars have to lose to the Titans, and the Broncos have to beat the Raiders. And this game not ends in a tie, and the Steelers are in as the 9 seed due to a tiebreaker and head-to-head wins. Really fucking weird. It doesn't involve this game, but it is a little caveat. If you're a Steelers
I don't
fan,
know where you're seeing where the Steelers have to lose. I'm seeing if they win and Buffalo loses, they're in, or if they win and Jacksonville loses, they're in, or if they win and the game we're currently talking about ends in a tie. Like everything I'm seeing says they have to lose. There is one. Okay, there is one that says that if they lose, they can still get in.
yes.
But most include them having to win.
There's a chance though if they do lose, they'll still be there. Just a weird caveat. Win or lose as a Steelers fan, there's a chance.
Yeah.
So I thought you were going somewhere else. I thought you were going to the Bills. The Bills, as we just said, are playing a win and in to clinch the East. Interestingly enough, if the Bills lose, they can fall all the way out of the playoffs. If they lose and Pittsburgh wins, Jacksonville wins, and there is a decision in the Houston-Indy game, as long as that game is not a tie, Buffalo is out.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
This week is weird in the sense of it's hard to bet. There's so many quarterbacks and just players in general sitting out on these teams that have already clinched and can't change anything. There's a bunch of winning in games. There's a bunch of if, ands, or but games. It's also contract week games. Puka Nacua, the Rams are in the playoffs. Carson Wentz is starting, but Puka Nacua needs 4 receptions and 29 yards to be the all-time rookie leader in receptions and receiving yards. So definitely catch me parlaying him 4+ receptions and 25+ yards this week.
You should parlay that with Devin Singletary's rushing plus receiving over. He needs I think it's 67 in order to get a massive incentive.
I thought I saw it was 74, and he gets like a $250,000 bonus.
That could be right, and the line could be 67.
Same team. Dalton Schultz, I think, needs 3 or 4 receptions for a $500,000 bonus. Maybe
Jadeveon
you look
Clowney needs a sack for $500,000, and there's one other guy somewhere
Chris,
in the league.
Chris Jones needs half a sack in the Chiefs game for $1 million. So you could parlay all those together. The only one I wouldn't parlay is Odell needs 5 catches, but it's Tyler Huntley, and there's really supposed to be really bad weather that game. So I don't even know if Odell's going to go. So I probably wouldn't put him to have 5 receptions unless they run 5 tunnel screens to him or something. But I don't think it's
start off the
one-
game with 5 tunnel screens.
Another one that people are really liking is, of course, the Tyreek Hill tracker. He needs 248 to break the all-time single season record. He's not going to do it. I don't think. I mean, that'd be an all-timer. But his line is 101.5, and a lot of people are hammering that over this week. I mean, he was in a walking boot yesterday as his house was on fire, so
Yeah, hobbling around.
You'll never see me taking a line at 101 and taking the
Hell
over.
no.
That's fucking
Hell
ridiculous.
no.
and it's honestly because the books know that people are sharp on these. It's probably minus 115.
Yeah, give me the under, actually, in the fact that, I mean, he'll be in the entire game. He's going to be a big factor. But, like,
Is Tua playing, or is his shoulder still fucked?
No, he's playing. But and it's against the Bills. They can win and get the Bills out of the playoffs. They're going to try to fucking win this game because nobody wants to face the Bills in the playoffs, including the Dolphins. But
yeah, the Bills have a decent defense too, so they'll be able to lock down some of that and take away
Speaking
over
of
the
Bills
top.
defense, did you guys see that Von Miller was a healthy scratch last week?
Really?
I mean, he came off of an
very
ACL.
poorly. He's playing very poorly all year, to the point, like, I think there's talks of him getting cut after signing a massive contract last year. He's been playing so bad.
Speaking of players got cut in playoffs, Dalvin Cook getting signed by the Jets. I mean, getting cut by the Jets and signed by the Ravens for a playoff push. Sneaky
cool.
play. Gus Edwards is going to be the main guy, but you have a horse on your bench. He wasn't used like one this year, but he was 1,000-yard rusher a year ago.
I'm just going to say it, though. They could have just brought in a locker room cancer because he was throwing bitch fits in New York because he wasn't getting enough run. And
understandably so. Why did they pay him? Why did they pay him?
I hear you, but with all the guys that are already there in Baltimore and that RBC that they got going on, I feel like the possible cancer of Dalvin Cook could, in his locker room shenanigans, could be bad in a playoff scenario.
I don't think he's going in there expecting to be the number one guy, though. I think the Ravens probably were on the phone with him saying, you're a worst resort. If everybody gets hurt, you're our guy. But right now, Gus Edwards hasn't fucked up. So you're not starting over Gus Edwards. I don't think he's going in there expecting to start. I think he knows, hey, I'm a playoff push reserve for a twisted ankle. It's a blowout. We need a back in here. Like, I don't think he could get meaningful reps potentially, but I don't think he could be the number 2.
I think he could pass up Justice Hill.
I think he's going to get a couple of touchdowns, and I'm going to bet on it.
I don't think he is going in there expecting to be the number one guy. Whereas in New York, he got paid, $8 million to ride the bench. I think he was expecting to get a little more burn as an $8 million guy.
I don't think they expected Brees to come back as healthy as he did, though. I think that could have been a factor of it. Brees came back really well off his ACL from last year. But let's get picks on this Texans game. We've gone down a really weird tangent, a really deep rabbit hole. I'm going to take the Texans, and they have their starting quarterback playing, whereas the Colts have been without Richardson for most of the year at this point. Give me the Texans -1. Give me a money line. CJ Stroud get some playoff experience this rookie year on the way to the Rookie of the Year title.
I'll be writing Minshew Mania just because it's fun.
Fair. Just because it's fun. I get it.
The dude was getting called a little ass boy by Max Crosby all week last week and went to the bench and said, I'm a little ass boy in some scenarios, but not really. Like in everyday life, I'm not. He goes, on the NFL field, sure, but in real life, no. So I like that he's loose. I like that he's fun.
He's a goof, man.
It's in Indianapolis. Indy is craving a fucking playoff experience. Go ahead and give me Minshew Mania at home.
Yeah, I agree. Indianapolis is electric. I think at home, that's who's going to take this game. So give me the Colts to win this game.
Parker?
Oh, you're gonna make me go?
Nah, I'll go. Fuck it.
No, I don't.
Houston.
I like that. I like that.
You're
Now
gonna
you
make
have
me
to.
go-
Now you have to split
Now I
the
had-
room.
Yeah, now I have to split the room. Fuck. Shit. Yeah, shit. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I mean, you got the young stars coming out of Houston that want to prove something and try to get a playoff berth. They haven't been there for a while, and they want to kind of show their city some love. Indianapolis hasn't seen the playoffs in a hot minute either. Indy's crazy. Minshew mania.
He froze.
Give me the Texans.
Ah,
Give me the Texans. Give me CJ Stroud.
There we go.
Give me
Before
this.
we-
Fuck it. Give me this game dead in a tie, and nobody gets to play.
Exactly.
next to
Honestly,
football
I
game.
should have said that. I should have said that. I wish
man,
I wish I
before
should
we
have said.
move
Give
on,
me the
we touched on
tie.
a lot of parlays there when we got into our offshoot. A couple props we didn't talk about were Bears rushers. Take all their overs. The Packers, since Gunther took over, are the worst rush defense in the league, and I think that's since like 2018. So, and Herbert's finally healthy. He's looked good the last 2 weeks. There's going to be design runs in there for Justin. Just take both their overs, parlay them in the game. But let's get to the Bucks at the Panthers. No way this line's correct. I'm assuming the Panthers are getting 4.5. Tampa, plain and simple, win the football game. You get a play in the playoffs, and you're the NFC South champion.
easy. I'm taking Tampa.
They really
Bucks
disappointed
are
me last week.
4.5 point favorites. The
That's what I
Bucks are
thought.
favorites.
That's what
Yeah.
I thought.
I typed
Yeah, no,
that
I'm-
line in wrong. Sorry.
No matter what, I'm taking the Bucks here. Carolina is terrible.
Carolina's been making football games the last couple weeks. They've
Yeah,
been
and the
messing
Bucks-
around.
The Bucks
Thank
haven't
you
not
looked
gonna
for
win.
very
your
good.
best receiver in your entire future for a shitty quarterback. Thanks,
For a
Panthers.
midget.
Dude, honestly, we are making out like bandits on that trade. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but no. Carolina's not going to win this game. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't see a way for them to win this game. They shouldn't win this game. I think Tampa should take care of business, but we said that last week when they played the Saints and they got dog walked by the Saints.
The Saints always beat the Bucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
I'm
not
sorry.
wrong.
If Tampa loses this football game, they're out. They're just not in the playoffs if they lose this football game. So yeah. Tampa minus 4.5. Give it to me.
Bless you.
Thank
Let's
you.
head in-
Sorry,
let's-
getting a little sick.
Let's head into the Vikings at Lions. Lions are 3-point favorites. That doesn't seem
Lions-
like enough to me.
Well, they clinched the North. I don't know who's going and who's not going. I'd assume a lot of people are not going. If would be my
I thought Dan
assumption.
Campbell came out and said that he was having a bunch of people play. I'm not sure, but I did hear something about that on Twitter.
Even if they have
I
their
don't have-
backups, in, the Vikings have not played well the last couple of weeks. I don't see that. Like the Packers beat up on them last week, like disgustingly beat up on them.
But the
even-
Packers do that sometimes to teams.
Yeah, but
In their
they're
The
not
division.
Packers
going
are
up against the
sneaky good.
Lions.
We were just talking about that.
yeah.
In their division, they'll do that.
Like Jordan Love sneaky has 4,000 yards this year. Would you assume that he does? I wouldn't,
No.
no,
but he
He's-
does.
hasn't been terrible this latter half of the year, the back half.
So
I
give-
can't
give me the
find a
look.
list of anywhere of who is and is not going for the Lions, but I would assume I'd be shocked if Amon-Ra's out there. I'd be surprised if Monty or Gibbs get a lot of burn. Same with Goff. Laporta, I'd be surprised if he gets a lot of burn. rest up, get ready for this playoff run because you're going to have to make one and you're going to get one home game. So
Either way, give me the Lions -3.
Agreed.
Who are they playing?
the
The
Vikings.
Yeah, Jaron Hall looked like piss. 3 interceptions in the first half against Green Bay. I don't give a
Fuck my
fuck who
fantasy
they
team.
trot out. Give me the Lions.
I'll take the Vikings just because if they win, they have a chance at getting in. They need a lot of help, but the Lions have nothing to play for. The Vikings have something to play for. That's my reasoning.
Just want to put it out there. I know this is totally different sport, totally different time, but I just saw it. USA juniors advanced to the gold medal game. They beat Finland 3-2. Just saying, go USA.
South Canada lost.
Give me the Lions. Go Lions.
Let's
Is that
go
everybody?
into. I
They
think
would
so.
maul a Viking.
Also,
All right.
it's going to be too late for the listeners, but for you guys here, Adam Sandler is currently warming up with the Arizona Wildcat basketball team. Hammer them tonight. Hammer them
that.
tonight. The Sandman's on the court. Hammer them tonight.
Who they
Sandman's
play?
going to check in. He's got eligibility.
Colorado. Does it fucking matter who they play, Josh? The Sandman is warming up in a Hawaiian shirt and basketball shorts on their court with the players right now.
You right.
Arizona.
It was a dumb question. I never said it was a good one.
Give me our
All
next football game, Ethan. I want
Let's-
to talk about it.
Yeah, this is my favorite. I already put money on this game. Steelers at Ravens. I understand the Ravens are sitting a lot of their players.
Everyone.
For them to be +3.5 is still not enough. Give me at home, especially. Give me the Ravens +3.5.
This is another one where the Ravens are resting fucking everybody. The Steelers have a chip in a chair if they win this football game. They need a lot of help. They really don't need that much help. They need a Jacksonville loss, a tie in the Houston Indy game, or a Buffalo loss, and they're in with a win. So,
Yeah. And
I mean,
well,
they don't need too many things to break their way. And the Jags are playing the Titans. That's not going to be a bye for the Jags the way they've been playing the last month. Give me the Steelers because they got a chance, man. And if you got a chance in Week 18, I'm probably going to put my money with you because I feel like you should wake up for the game.
Who's playing quarterback? Is it Rudolph?
It's Rudolph. Did you guys hear about Pickett? Apparently, he refused to back up Rudolph last week. I think Kenny Pickett's days in Pittsburgh are probably numbered.
I mean, you get drafted to be the starter. Don't start right away. Then start. Win the start, and then you go out with injury, and now you got your third string. What was your third string? And now you got to go play backup to your third string. I could see it. I mean, I could see it. Like, if you're not going to play me, don't dress me type of mentality. Like, I could understand why, but as a competitor, I don't, like, you should, like, if you didn't play well, like, you should still want to suit up for your team. You know what I mean? But
for this game, I don't have a pick on the side. However, this game's Saturday at 3:30 in Baltimore. The high in Baltimore on Saturday is 39 degrees with an 85% chance of rain. Give me under 35.5, please, and thank you.
So give me the team with the better run game, and that would be the Ravens.
agreed.
yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens.
They are.
Najee's figured out how to run the ball the last 2 weeks.
Well, that and Warren's pretty good. I mean, you got that.
And the Ravens probably aren't starting Linderbaum. They're probably not starting. They're not gonna play Gus Edwards. I bet. Like,
I bet you
Dalvin Cook,
Linderbaum's in
baby.
there.
Dalvin Cook's gonna cook this weekend.
Cook might get some burn.
I was just about
This
to
could
ask
be
that.
Cook's practice week. Give me a Dalvin Cook touchdown anytime if he's in there.
Facts.
let me check right now.
Because
No,
it's not
it
that
could be
hard to
Dalvin
throw
Cook.
a guy in the lineup and say, "Hey, you're running power to the right. Just take the ball and find a hole." Like
What's
that's
that
kind of what
song?
they did to CMC.
What's the
I'm
song
not
the
saying they're the
boys sing on the
same, but
McAfee show all the time? Here we go.
He's I don't think he's suiting up this week, but you know who is? Melvin Gordon. Third
No
for a
way.
touchdown at plus 280.
Get the hammer. Get the hammer.
Little third string running back.
The hammer.
Touchdown.
I'd take it.
I'm gonna have to go
Let's
to a
hammer
carnival and get a.
touchdown. touchdown parlays are going to be
Give me
crazy
2+
this
on
weekend.
Melvin Gordon. What's that line, Tyler?
God, that probably doesn't even exist.
Oh,
Give me a-
plus 2,900.
Give
Just a
me,
Hammer.
give me that.
little sprinkle on it. I don't know.
Get
What is
the
that?
hammer.
A dollar would win you what? 290?
20, no, a
$29
dollar wins you
20,
29.
When's you a
29,
pizza,
29.
buddy? You want a pizza? A free pizza?
Be pretty
You want to
nice.
know what
what-
he is to score 3?
So is that everyone's?
Yeah.
Wait,
is that
let me
everyone's
guess. Let me guess. To score 3.
7,400.
Oh, big
It's-
higher
no.
than that.
It's on
1,300.
It's not listed. It's not
Oh.
listed. It's
It's
not
got-
listed.
The dots.
It's not
But no.
listed.
So what? Do we have everyone's picks? I have the Ravens. I heard a couple.
The Ravens as well.
I think I'm on the only one on the Stellars.
Yeah.
Give me the under.
I also agree on that one.
All right, let's go to another easy one. Bills at Dolphins. Dolphins catching 2.5. Half their team's injured. Bills win and you're in, and you clinch the East. We previewed it earlier. You lose, you could fall all the way fucking out, buddy.
Yeah, I am with you, Josh. Like you said, they can't number one, they can't handle a loss. Number two, Dolphins are injured. Plus, it's easier for them to sit some guys anyway. I think their position in the playoffs is locked up. So why?
They're locked in, but they have to win this game to win the East. Otherwise, they're going to be playing as
As a
An away
play-in.
team.
as a wild card team. And yes, no home games. And this is a South Beach team that's going to have to play a lot of northern teams. I mean, every other team that's in the hunt, other than the Texans and the Jags, are very far north of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, I don't know. It still doesn't do it for me. Give me the Bills minus 2.5.
Mostert questionable, Waddle questionable, A-Chain questionable, Reek questionable. Bradley Chubb went out earlier this week. Like
He tore his
Teron
ACL.
Towards
Armstead.
ACL, yeah.
Teron Armstead's out. Like Javon Holland's out.
I don't know. Like on paper, yes, the Bills should win this game.
Jalen Phillips is out. Like, give me the Bills. They'll figure it out because they don't want to miss out on this. The Bills need a. They
I
need
would
a
only
chip in a
say
chair.
I would only say the Bills just because of how much uncertainty comes from Miami. Like if I wake up tomorrow and everyone's healthy and full go, obviously besides Bradley Chubb since he tore his ACL, I'm hammering the Dolphins. I don't think Josh Allen can play to the level and is going to step up to the plate for this game. I mean, he chokes all the time. But as you rattle off the entire list of Miami and how all their first strings are pretty much going to be hurt, like you're right, Ethan. If their position in the playoffs means they don't have to play their best players so they can rest, the Bills are going to have to play full go so that way they don't lose their chance in the playoffs. Because if they were to lose, like you said, Josh, there is a slight possibility that they don't make it in. So I think the Bills are going to be full go and be on attack mode. So that's why I'm going to take the Bills because of the uncertainty of the Miami Dolphins right now. I think with second strings and anything, Josh Allen is a good enough quarterback to dice up some second strings. So on that, I'm going to take the Bills at plus 2.5. Or what are they, minus 2.5?
Minus 2.5.
Minus 2.5.
Minus 2.5. But if I wake up and I see Tyreek, Waddle, and all of them are full go, the whole team's full go, give me the Dolphins. But the Bills for right now.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I
They're
agree with
gonna
you.
be full go. Like you're gonna be without Armstead, but here's the thing:
Tyreek was
they
in a
want a
boot
home.
on Wednesday, dude.
That's
He's
safety
still gonna
precautions,
play,
bro. If you
even as a
had,
decoy.
yeah, and like my tone was nothing. Go ahead, Tyler.
He was in a walking boot because his house was on fire and they couldn't afford him stepping on a hot ash. Okay, he can't be stepping on embers outside his fucking house. Okay,
No tweaking
dude's
ankles
house just
on
burnt
us.
down. You think he's not gonna have a fire under his ass for this game? All right, come on, man. It's gonna be the Dolphins. Give me the nerd with the clipboard to fucking win this game and kick the Bills out of the playoffs. Because here's
Did y'all
the
hear
thing,
how that
little
fire started? His kid was
Yeah,
fucking
little
around with a
kid.
lighter.
kid with a cigarette lighter. Okay, what a dipshit. Kill that kid. Throw it down the stairs.
Hey, yo, cut it.
Here's all I'm
cut
gonna say.
it.
Okay, put a muzzle on it. I don't fucking care. Put a Chinese sweatshop. They are not going to lose this game because they want to play a home game in the playoffs. They don't want to go to the cold. They don't want to play on the road in Baltimore or wherever you have it. They need to win this game, and they're going to play like they need to win this game. Nobody wants to play the Bills. The Bills is the boogeyman right now. And they're doing the whole AFC, including themselves, a favor by kicking them out of the playoffs and by not having to go play a game in Buffalo in fucking January. It's cold there, Josh. You lived there. They're not losing this game. Give me the nerd fucking clipboard.
Dog.
All right. I think, has everyone given their picks there then?
I believe so.
I think
All
so.
right. So let's get to the last NFL game. Jags at Titans. Jags, it's pretty simple. You win, you're in. Yes, Tyler.
Adam Sandler just hit a 3-pointer.
No little short-handed goal for the Boston Bruins to tie it at 5-5. Oh
Wow.
my
Sounds like
fucking
that game
god!
hit the
Brad
over.
Marchand is a bad man. Holy shit! Shorthand, top shelf, where Mama hides the cookies. He buried that shit. God damn. Ugh. Go ahead. My bad.
Anyway, Jags at Titans plus 3.5. Pretty simple. You win, you're in. With a loss, you need Pittsburgh to win, Denver to win, and a Houston-Indy tie to make it in. So if you lose, you're out.
Is Sunshine playing or is it Beathard?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Let's look.
Somebody better find that info out.
Give me a second. I'm getting it.
I don't know. The Titans are disappointing to me. Every time I feel like I need something to happen with them, with anything that I do this year,
light
just
participation yesterday and today. I would say with that, he is going to go.
Who is the
With
Titans
the playoffs
QB?
on the line, he's got to go, right?
Yeah.
Who's the Titans QB?
Will Levis?
If it's not,
I thought it was wasn't Tannehill playing at one point?
yeah, Levis like fucked up his ankle or something.
yeah, he went out injured.
Yikes! So give me the Jags.
Hang on, I'm grabbing the Titans injury report.
I don't think it matters.
Holy
for me.
fuck, they got a list. Will Levis
They
foot
both have a
DNP
list.
yesterday. Light participation today. Sounds like Levis should go mainly because I think they want to get a look at him. I don't know if the Titans are completely eliminated or not.
It depends.
They are. No, they're dead. The Titans are dead.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll protect Levis, but I doubt it. They might run him out there for the first half and then pull him. Who knows?
Yeah, give me the Jags here.
Give me the Jags.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jags. I'm kind of seeing right now on Sleeper because they're pretty good with their updates and injuries that they're still waiting to see how he looks tomorrow in practice. But like they have Tannehill right now, kind of being the guy that's gonna go out.
We all like jagging off. I'll jag off.
Yeah.
Jags.
Yeah, give me the Jags, even though the Titans cover at home. So with this game being 3.5 and only minus 190 on the money line, I would say take the Jags money line and lay the juice. The Titans cover at home. It's kind of insane how much they cover at home.
Yeah, give me the Jags.
Oh no.
This episode of Show Me the Money is brought to you by Tavern Sports, your place to get fun sports content, sportsbook lines, and parlays, and of course, food reviews with Big E's Ballpark Bites. You can follow Tavern Sports on Instagram at Tavern Sports 2023, TikTok at Tavern.sports, and Twitter at Tavern Sports 23. Into NCAA basketball, we have some good matchups, I think, coming up this weekend. Not lines for everything quite yet, but Illinois, number 9, takes on number 1 Purdue. Purdue is a 10-point favorite, and we saw Purdue beat Arizona. I think we were all very surprised by that. I want to say almost all of us, if not all of us, took Arizona to win that game. And Purdue came out running for sure. So 10-point favorite for Purdue. Who are you guys thinking?
That's a lot of points.
I think the AP number 1 has been absolutely fucking cursed all year. everyone keeps killing the top dog, and I think Illinois puts down Purdue this week.
You taking them money line?
No, give me plus 10.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they'll get a money line. I don't know. What's the odds?
Give me the spread on that.
Yeah, I'll take the 10 points. That's a
Give
lot
me
of
Illinois
points.
to cover, bro. Hell yeah. This is going to come down to free throws at the end of the game. This will be a 1 or 2 point game. Give me that
I'll
fucking
also
spread.
take the 10.5 in what should be the preview of the Big Ten championship game in late February, early March, but you never know what's going to happen in that boat. But 10.5 is too much for 2 top 10 teams.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll take Illinois with the points. I don't really love it, but you just got to think like betting wise, that's your best decision is 10.5 point dogs and a 10-point interconference rivalry matchup preview game. It's too much. They're gonna have to come out and play with some fire under their ass. I don't think Illinois is gonna get blown out by that much. Ethan, I can't hear you. You're muted.
I forgot. Sorry, I muted myself. I think Illinois is a very solid team. We saw it earlier in the year. They fundamentally they're right there. Not that Purdue isn't. They have their flashy guy. Don't get me wrong. But I think
I don't
10
know what I
points.
would call him flashy, but
Call
he's
them
big and he
ugly.
stands there.
That's true.
Hey, he shot his first 3-pointer the other night. Leave him alone.
All right, calm down. We're not covering Shaq in the mid 2000s.
Regardless, I think 10 points is too many. Give me Illinois to just cover. I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll cover.
All right.
Let's go to my guy at UNC, Mr. Okonkwo, and number 8 UNC taking on Clemson at Clemson, number 16.
I don't think we have any lines or anything for these next few games yet, right?
Correct. Yep.
No.
Yeah, they don't come out until
less than
probably
24
tomorrow.
hours till tip, or less than 48 hours till tip, and we don't have fucking lines. Come on.
Yeah.
With this one, Clemson Wednesday night. So you guys will be listening to this Friday at the earliest. Wednesday night, Clemson just lost on the road to Miami as 1.5 point favorites. I think this game's going to be a close game. Everybody knows North Carolina, the South Carolina with Clemson thing. They hate each other, blah, blah, blah. Big rivalry at home. I could picture North Carolina being maybe 4.5 point favorites in this game, around there, maybe. I will take Clemson in a bounce back spot at home in a rowdy environment. Give me the points. Even though this UNC team has been turning up as of late, they started off really, really slow. I'm going to take Clemson at home as a dog. Just loud environment. Make it be a nitty-gritty game. Come down to free throws and hold on tight.
Clemson got smacked in the fucking mouth. They didn't lose. Jesus Christ. 13 points.
I'm taking UNC. I literally can't get myself to bet against UNC. So
yeah, a team that just got
give me the Tar Heels and keep it
give me
moving.
the Tar Heels.
Whatever the line comes out to be, I'm sure that's what I'll be taking.
They got to get better at doing these lines, man. Come on. 48 hours.
Yeah.
Within 48 hours, I can't have a fucking line to bet on.
Yeah.
Give me UNC.
All right, let's take a look at number 6, Kentucky, heading into Florida. Florida is an unranked team. Kentucky at number 6. However, they do share the same record. I think Florida is still a solid team. They're not to the ability of Kentucky. I think whatever the line comes out to be, I would like to think Florida's going to be able to cover it at home.
I think
Florida's kind of dogs at home, dude. Honestly, they have a plus 24.3 point differential at home, whereas Kentucky on the road is only plus 6 point differential. That's outrageous.
Kentucky is not the Kentucky that they used to be. Not that they are bad. They're still a good team. I do think that the AP polls, however, still view them as that Coach K Kentucky team.
I hope he's enjoying retirement. Good for him.
So what was picked? What did you guys pick again?
I'm picking Florida at least to. We don't know the line obviously, but they're
Yeah,
going to be underdogs. I would pick Florida to cover.
Yeah, give me Florida with the points.
I'm gonna differ. I'm gonna take Kentucky's points.
I don't know what the points are going to be, but I'd like to say Kentucky wins this game.
Yeah,
I just I don't think Florida's that good this year. I
I
mean,
think I think if there is an unranked
I get what you
team,
mean by they're not the same Kentucky team, but I mean
yeah,
they're still a good, sound, fundamental basketball team that's going to get those top recruits like they have been.
true.
So I mean, not saying anything about Florida, but I just think Kentucky's going to be
Back the Gators.
give me Kentucky's what I'm saying. I don't know what the points are yet. They could be really high, so I mean, I don't know, but I think they should win.
Let's take a look at number 22 Old Miss heading into number 5 Tennessee. Tennessee killing it on the basketball court this year. Um, I think this game's probably going to look a lot like the football game. Give me Tennessee to cover.
I mean, depending what the line is, I don't know, but I think Tennessee is the better team. But I think Ole Miss covers this game.
It's at Rocky Top, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Tennessee's the home team.
Yeah, give me
And
Tennessee.
they dog on kids at home plus 23 point differential, whereas Ole Miss on the road only have plus 7.5 point differential. Give me
Ole
Rock
Miss is a
Top.
Tyler,
three-point
make some room
three-point
up there.
shooting
I'm
team.
joining you at the Rocky Top.
Plenty of room on top of good old Rocky Top.
It'll always be home sweet home to me, man.
All right, let's take a look at Clark, your Iowa State Cyclones taking on number 11 Oklahoma. How's Iowa State looking this year for basketball?
I haven't watched a lot of games, but we're still same as always. We're winning games. I think we're three loss team right now. But it's Big 12 play. Iowa State's gonna win the Big 12, so they have to beat Oklahoma to do that. Give me Iowa State.
Iowa State to win or the cover?
Both.
Yeah, okay.
We're good.
We'll see about that. I would take Oklahoma to win for sure.
Iowa State covers on the road or struggles on the road. Sorry. Of course, we don't have the line.
Yep.
If this is a single digit
Yeah.
line, give me Oklahoma. If it's double digits, I might look at State.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually when State has a good basketball team, it's known pretty early, and it's kind of been through the works and around in Iowa because that's when they talk about how they're the best school in the state and that it's a basketball state and yeah, all that fun stuff. So like that hasn't happened. So I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. And
Didn't we beat you by 25?
Yikes.
Iowa sucks this year.
I never said I was once good at basketball.
I was actually going to bring that up next.
What happened on the mat, Clarky? Huh?
We're talking about basketball, bud.
What happened on the mat, Clarky?
We're
So
talking
A
about
wrestling state.
basketball,
It's a
bud.
wrestling state.
So one of the things that I wanted to one of the things I was going to bring up really quick was we haven't talked really any Iowa Hawkeye basketball. That is because they are awful this year.
Well, if you're about to go to Caitlin, like let's finish
No,
up the
no, no,
men's
no.
slate. Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll phase out the men's slate in general. Just Iowa men's basketball. Pretty much anytime they are playing against another Big Ten team, take the other Big Ten team spread because for whatever reason, the books are way off with it. They're trying to keep these games close. I remember when the line for Michigan, Iowa came out, it was only 3 points. Why we didn't jump on that, I don't know. I didn't know about it being a 3-point spread until the game had started already. Not that Michigan is any powerhouse, but Iowa is really not good this year. So if there is another Big Ten game where Iowa is a close spread basketball wise, I would recommend betting against Iowa very heavily.
Speaking of Iowa basketball, Iowa women's basketball plus 1,200 to fucking win it all this year right now. Just saying.
That's really good.
I think they were plus 900 like when I looked a few days ago. So it's getting better money for you for some reason.
They're tied for 5th best odds to win it right now. Just thought.
Put that in there.
Yeah, if you didn't see it the other day, look up Caitlin Clark, her buzzer beater against Michigan State with
the fucking dagger.
With 0.1 seconds left, just absolutely let it fly and drain the 3-pointer to finish off the game. And there was a lot of controversy as to whether she got it off or not. There were plenty of clear pictures after the game that she had clearly gotten it off. The South Carolina basketball coach, the women's coach, she can go fuck herself. She was tweeting out after the game that Caitlin is not special, and that she did not get the shot off. And
Caitlin's the only reason you're fucking
she's just
sports
mad
relevant,
that last second 3-pointer made her drop 40 on your fucking head.
Yeah,
like be better.
So
the only reason your fucking sport is relevant is because of that white girl. Shut the fuck up.
She ended up getting just demolished in Twitter comments. And I want to say that she ended up blocking, I bet, over 100, 200 people. People I know especially. So
would the kid say that she got hashtag ratioed in the comments?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So what was y'all's picks for this Iowa State-Oklahoma game? I heard a couple Oklahoma. So
give me Oklahoma.
If it's single digits, Oklahoma. If it's double digits, I might look at State.
Hey there, sports fans. Are you tired of the same old boring shirts? Well, we've got something exciting for you. Introducing the Tavern Sports Pocket Tee, where style meets passion for the game. Whether you're a diehard fan or you just love the camaraderie of sports, Tavern Sports has got you covered, literally. The best part, because you're listening to Show Me the Money, you can use the code $$ to get 15% off today. That is $4 $. You get 15% off today. So what are you waiting for? Head over to tavern-sports.square.site right now and elevate your game day experience. Tavern Sports, beer, betting, sports. Into locks of the week. Oh man!
Well, before we do that, do we want to do the championship?
I want to do the
locks?
championship
New Year.
Oh yeah, if you guys wanted to do I almost forgot about that championship parlay. So it is a new year.
That could be fun.
Yeah, it is a new year. So we have all thrown together our own championship parlays, I should say, for the entire 20. Well, some of us.
I didn't know that was a thing.
For the 20.
We've talked about it all week.
We've talked about it all week, you dumb fuck.
Guy doesn't read the group chat. But we all had bet on like the main sports of the year.
The big four, and then the men's football and men's college basketball.
Should be 6 legs, correct?
Yeah,
six legs.
I almost sprinkle Iowa women in there.
I did sprinkle the Iowa women.
I thought about it.
Ooh. See, my odds would be way too high, so I'm just gonna keep mine at 6.
I'll start us off while Parker tries to cook one up real quick.
I have no clue where we're talking about this in our Show Me the Money group.
NBA championship, every championship game.
It's NCAA March Madness champion, Super Bowl champion, Stanley Cup champion, NBA champion, World Series champion, and NCAA football champion, which is on Monday night. I'll start with that one. I have Washington beating Michigan in that game. Next up would be February 11th. I have the 49ers winning the Super Bowl. That one's going to be iffy. After that, April 1st, I have the Dallas Stars winning the Stanley Cup this year. In NCAA basketball, I have Arizona winning it all this year. In June, I have the Denver Nuggets going back-to-back. And in October, I have the Los Angeles Dodgers to win the World Series. That is $1 to win $28,000.
That's a cute parlay. Mine wins a lot more money than yours.
Well, let's hear it then.
All right. Well, much like you, I start off with our Washington Huskies. Go Dogs. And then on February the 11th, I got the Baltimore Ravens. The only thing that even scares me there is if they meet your 49ers, Tyler. That'll scare me. If they meet anyone else, I think it's free. They get the bye. They get to play every game this year in the playoffs at home where they thrive, and it's Baltimore in the winter. On the ice rink, I got the Canucks. I don't know much about hockey, but they got a good point differential. I called our hockey guy Tyler, got a little bit of info. So that one's kind of a shot in the dark. If I hit these first two legs, maybe we are doing early cash. Who knows? NCAA basketball, I got Zona just like Tyler. I don't know. I've been a Zona meat writer in football. Might as well keep the tradition going. NBA championship, I took the Celtics. Don't have any reason why. Just kind of like their squad. And then for the World Series, I got the Braves. It's a good young squad. They're all locked up. Why not the Braves? If it's still live by then, I'm going to cash it out beforehand anyway. So
Fair enough. I'll take the reins here.
I'm
So,
out, Josh. How much is that to win? How much is that to win?
Oh, that is $1 to win $122,880.24.
Jesus.
Love that. Listen to this here, boys. So for Chell, I'm going to take the Dallas Stars.
He said, "Chell, the guy, come on now."
And for the game here on Monday, I'm taking Washington over Michigan. For the Super Bowl, I'm also going to take the Baltimore Ravens. For the MLB World Series, I'm going to take the Los Angeles Dodgers. For the NBA Championship, I'm going to take the Golden State Warriors. And for the March Madness champion, I'm going to take the Houston Cougars. That would win you for $1, $299,000.
Ethan?
I hope that hits.
So here's what we got. We got Michigan to win, which I am probably going to end up regretting. I don't know why I put Michigan. I think I was a little more confident in Michigan.
At this rate, you might be the only one live on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl. The Vegas Golden Knights to take the Stanley Cup. The Los Angeles Dodgers to win the World Series, which, by the way, what miserable odds.
I didn't go with them for the pure
Plus
fact that they
380.
haven't been able to
I
buy
mean,
one yet. I don't think they'll be able to buy one this time either.
To be fair, like that game is, or like the World Series is not for another 9 months. The fact that they are only plus 380 is kind of frustrating. However, at the same time, I get it.
They'll crumble
Anybody
the
with the
divisional
Dodgers, anybody with the Dodgers with that one, if you make it to the playoffs of that one, just go ahead and cash out for however many thousand it is. Thanks.
Exactly.
Correct.
Thanks.
The other two picks I have,
If I make it through April 8th with this, I'm cashing it out fucking immediately. Or I'll sell it on Prop
Same.
Trader or whatever the fuck that thing is called.
Ooh,
So
that's not a bad idea.
I forgot to include an NBA team, so I didn't hit NBA.
Oh, brother.
However,
this guy stinks.
However, I did take Iowa women's basketball to win it all. So
what were the odds when you took that? 900?
plus 850.
Yikes! Even they've been getting better odds every single day. I might have to go sprinkle tomorrow.
And then I have the Arizona Wildcats to win the NCAA March Madness championship. So those total odds bring me to $1 to win. Let me double check it. It is $33,565.40.
Yours
Ethan,
and Tyler's
we
are
talk-
boring. You guys can't even
We
pay off
talked
my house.
through that a lot. Can you give me all your teams just one quick go again?
Yes, it is Michigan to win the bowl game. The Ravens to win the Super Bowl. The Golden Knights to win the Stanley Cup. Iowa women's basketball. Arizona to win NCAA March Madness. And the Dodgers to win the World Series.
I like it.
Yes, Parker.
5, right?
6.
Six.
What am I missing?
You should have the national championship, the Super Bowl.
Well, here, just run through yours
Oh,
now.
I don't have the Super Bowl. That's what
Okay,
it
so
is.
pick a
I don't-
Super Bowl real fast.
I got the Huskies money line, or the Huskies to win the national championship. I got Houston to win the NCAA men's Final Four. I got the Denver Nuggets to hit that repeat button. Give me the Boston Bruins to win the NHL. And then I got the Braves to win the World Series. There it is.
There you
That's
go.
the word I was looking for. I was thinking of the NFL team, but I want the Ravens to win. So let me add in the Ravens here real quick and see what
That'd be
that
pretty good
brings me
odds.
to.
You probably win like what, 50, 60K?
Super Bowl.
I bet you it's
Baltimore.
87K.
$10.
63,000.
Yes, $10
$1,
wins me
$1.
65.
No, we do $8. One whole dollar.
$8 will win me $65,706.
So me
There
and
you
Clark
go.
going for big money. You guys are boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I'll take 28,000 any day I can get it. Please and thank you.
Motherfucker, I just panicked and made $65,000 in 5 minutes.
I decided, why not, go with a winning in playoffs parlay for the NFL. However, this does not include the Colts and the Texans because it's both winning in, and it does not include Miami Buffalo because it's like also both winning in kind of thing. It's not if you win, you're in. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it's the Packers, the Bucks, the Jags, the Steelers, and the Cowboys. All money line parlay, 5 legs plus 480 right now. I don't have a teaser for this week because the NFL is weird. I don't want to put a bad one out. However, I will take that winning in scenario playoff parlay. So that's Packers, Bucks, Jags, Steelers, Cowboys.
That's Tyler's not teaser of the week.
Yep. Well, let's get into locks of the week. Clark, do you want to start us out?
Nope.
Cole took Michigan -4.5. He missed again. He's got some work stuff going on. That's life. But he likes Michigan -4.5.
What a bitch.
Facts.
So he's the only one actually on.
I figured he would be.
On Michigan.
I figured he would
Yeah.
be.
I didn't know if we wanted to say something earlier when we were talking about it.
Nah.
Nah, well, yeah, I'm glad we waited.
Tyler mentioned that I used to live up in the Buffalo area. That was during the dark days of the Bears. So I started cheering a little bit for the Bills so I wouldn't hurt myself during the winter sad times. And so give me the Bills. I'm still a little bit of a Bills head. Give me Bills -2.5 against the Dolphins this week as my lock.
Parker, do you have a lock? Or Ethan, go ahead if you're ready.
I'll jump in first. I'm gonna jump into the NFL game that I wanted to that I had earlier. Ravens +3.5. They are at home. Experts were on that super early. I jumped on with them. There is still plenty of time to jump on that. Again, as underdogs at home, I love it. So give me Ravens +3.5.
I hate to be a copycat, but I'm going to also take the Ravens +4.
So I don't know if we've done it yet, but have we had opposing locks of the week?
I think we had it once.
Okay.
We have had that
No, we
happen.
almost
What?
did, but somebody stopped themselves, I'm pretty sure.
To start
Okay.
off the New Year's, listen to your boy give you the actual lock of college football. And that's with the Washington Huskies.
Oh.
Put that one in the parlay, not Michigan.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Michigan.
They're a bunch of cheaters anyways.
Facts. The only good thing is if Harbaugh, well, no, the Bears ain't gonna bring in Harbaugh anyway. I was gonna say if they win, Harbaugh might come to the NFL.
Yeah,
Josh,
it'll be
you
like
got a
the-
lock for us?
I already gave it. I've taken the Bills -2.5.
So it's just me.
You're gonna give
Yeah,
us something stupid. ain't
Figure it
ya?
out.
I've got it. But boys, we're going into the fucking weeds.
Oh, he's gonna give us fucking low major college basketball. He's gonna give us Oakland.
Scotty
Oakland
Scheffler
State.
to win him. Scotty Scheffler to win whatever tournament he's at.
There is a tournament going on right now. It's the Tournament of Champions out in Hawaii.
Oh God.
You're going to open your sports. This one is played. There's bets that you can do groups. The winner of the group F will be Sahith Tagala at -140.
Get
And
Who's he
minus
playing against?
140.
Who's he playing with?
He's playing with Sepp Straka, Corey
Who?
Connors, Eric
Who?
Cole, and Justin Rose.
Oh, I know that
Exactly.
one.
Sahith Tagala, -140 live right now to win Group F. Here it is. If you guys don't believe the odds, he's at the top, -140.
You're
Hammer.
Over Sep?
You're
I
a
hate
sick
that.
bastard, and you need to go to rehab for gambling.
This
Sahith
is
Tagala.
You are
currently-
sick.
Currently tied for the lead in round one at -8 under. He's still playing. He's on hole 17. He just bogeyed 16, which made this. He was -160 before he fucking bogeyed it. I've been watching it all podcast. He's -140 right now. It fits within the guidelines. Group F winner of the Champions Tour, whatever. It's the first golf fucking
Tournament
outing of the
champions.
year. Sahith Tagala,
Ladies
Group
and
F
gentlemen,
winner, -140.
ladies and gentlemen, this is what a gambling addiction looks like. Please look at your screen right now at the man in the red hoodie. That is a gambling addiction. Please
Not me.
seek help.
1-800
if that was
gambler. If
bad.
you have a problem, please call. This is not an addiction. This is called winning money. Sahith Tagala, -140, Group F winner of the Tour of Champions.
Is that your
How
lock?
did I know you were betting on
Yeah,
golf?
that's
Is
his
my
fucking
question.
lock, dude. That's what he said.
Yes,
his
that's
lock.
my fucking lock. Suck my dick.
Just to win the group, right? Not to win the tournament.
Nope, to win the group. To win the group.
Where are his group mates at? What are their scores?
I don't know. Their odds are +270, +650, +800, +1400. Would be an all-time melt by Mr. Sahith if he does not fucking win this. So give me Sahith,
I got
-140.
like a 4-stroke lead on him right now in the first fucking round. This kid's sick.
this is
Doesn't matter. Fuck it.
Get back on your short bus, kid.
This is degenerate gambling at its finest. Thank you, Ty.
You're welcome, boys. Somebody's got to pull us into the weeds and out of the fucking rut. It'll still cash on Sunday. So
Alrighty,
don't even have to wait that long.
that's gonna do it for this episode of Show Me the Money. Thank you for listening.
Show me the
Let's go Huskies! Come on!
Show me the money!